Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast. Many of you may recognize this feeling. You stand up from a chair, take a step, and there's hesitation. The knees ache, the hips feel stiff, and for a moment, you're unsure if your body will carry you. Nearly 70% of older adults report knee or back pain, often without major joint damage on scans. So why does the pain persist? Could it be that the body has simply forgotten something it once knew? That's our focus today, how the body lands. An overlooked detail that can explain not only pain, but also fear of movement and loss of freedom. And to help us explore this, I'm honored to welcome Dr. Shigaki Hinohara, 84 years old, a retired doctor of traditional Japanese medicine, and a voice of wisdom from Japan. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you, John. In Japan, we say, the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. When I see older patients struggle, I think of this. The body becomes rigid. It forgets how to bend. When it forgets softness, it forgets safety. So when you describe hesitation, I recognize it. The pain is real, but it often comes from a forgotten rhythm.
That's such a striking thought. Pain not as damage, but as lost rhythm. Today, we'll explore that idea and share two simple movements anyone can try at home. Movements that may restore that rhythm, starting tonight. Doctor, why does the body forget how to land? Children bounce from falls, but by our 60s or 70s, even stairs can feel unsafe. What changes?
It begins quietly. The body is built like a chain of springs. The foot spreads, the ankle softens, the knee glides, the hip absorbs. Together they share impact. But when one link stiffens, perhaps the foot loses mobility or the hip tightens from sitting, the chain is broken, then force collects in one place. The knees or lower back take the shock. Over time, that pressure brings pain and fatigue. The body senses danger and begins to hesitate.
So it isn't just wear and tear, it's pressure landing in the wrong place.
Exactly. Imagine water falling on stone. One drop does nothing, but repeated in the same spot, a groove forms. Pain works the same way. And there is another layer. When the body feels unsafe, the nervous system stays on guard. Muscles tighten even before movement. Breath shortens, steps shrink. It's protective, but also exhausting.
That explains why I see patients gripping a rail before they even step. Their body is bracing in advance.
Yes, the body remembers old stumbles, surgeries, or pain. Even if scans look normal, the memory of danger lingers. That is why someone can be healthy on paper, yet still feel unsteady.
So sometimes pain isn't damage. It's the body saying, I don't feel safe.
Precisely. And the good news is safety can be relearned. Just as we once learned to walk, we can teach the body to land again.
Doctor, when people feel unsteady, they often try to fix it on their own. I usually see three patterns. First, they reduce movement, thinking rest will protect them. Second, they focus only on strength training, squats, leg presses, believing muscle alone solves the problem. Third, they depend on supports like canes or heavy shoes earlier than necessary. Are these mistakes?
They are natural responses, but incomplete. Too much rest weakens the small stabilizing muscles and reflexes that keep balance alive. Without daily rhythm, the body stiffens. Strength training is useful, but strength without softness can backfire. Think of a samurai sword, strong, but also flexible. Without flexibility, the sword would shatter. Supports are blessings when truly needed, but if relied on too soon, the body learns dependence. The nervous system begins outsourcing balance, and natural rhythm fades.
So the issue isn't these tools themselves, but how and when they're used.
Yes, a cane should be a partner, not a master. Strength should be guided by rhythm. Rest should be balanced with gentle activity. The real mistake is forgetting the body's deeper need, the art of safe landing.
That makes sense. Most of us are taught to push off strongly, but rarely to land softly.
Exactly. Without a stable landing, every step feels uncertain, and the body knows it.
So if the body has forgotten how to land, how do we remind it? What can someone at home begin with?
We start not with force, but rhythm. I teach what I call the root rise. It looks small, yet it awakens balance. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, near a table, if needed. Slowly lift all 5 toes without leaning back. Feel the shin muscles activate. Then place the toes back down, one by one. Little toe first, big toe last. Repeat this several times. Each cycle tells the nervous system, the ground is safe, you can land with control.
It sounds simple, but it seems to wake up the feet, legs, even the core.
Yes, the foot has thousands of nerve endings. When they awaken, the brain knows where it is, and fear quiets. In traditional Japanese medicine, we say the body is like a tree. The toes are roots. If roots grip gently, the trunk stands tall and the branches move freely. This also strengthens the anterior tibialis, a muscle that prevents falls and restores proprioception, the body's sense of position.
So, this can be woven into daily life. Brushing teeth, waiting for tea?
Exactly. 1 minute in the morning, 1 in the evening. Healing comes not from rare effort, but steady rhythm. Like the beat of a drum, small movements repeated daily reshape the entire body.
Doctor, your description reminds me of fall prevention research. Many studies show that older adults lose not just muscle, but proprioception, the sense of where the body is in space. That decline raises fall risk. When you teach lifting the toes and lowering them one by one, it's essentially training proprioception. You're reawakening those nerve endings, telling the brain, here I am, here's how I land.
Yes. And when the brain feels secure, the muscles no longer need to guard so tightly. Pain often eases simply because the body trusts the ground again.
In Western rehab, we see the same. Stroke patients relearn walking not through force, but through small, safe repetitions that rebuild trust and movement. It's neuroplasticity, the brain rewiring itself.
The principle is the same, though the language differs. Traditional medicine speaks of restoring harmony. Science shows us the nerves and synapses that change with practice.
Biomechanics studies also confirm this. Softer landings reduce strain on cartilage and ligaments. When the toes spread and the ankle softens, impact is shared instead of trapped.
Exactly. Watch a child run. They land softly, bending like bamboo. With age, stiffness replaces softness. But softness can return, and when it does, joints are spared.
So your teaching not only aligns with tradition, but also with modern rehabilitation science.
2 rivers, different in colour, yet flowing toward the same ocean. I recall a patient named Mr. Tanaka, a retired carpenter in his 70s. His hands had built many homes, yet when he came to me, his shoulders were bent and his steps hesitant. He said, "Doctor, I feel as though my legs have forgotten what they are for. Even at home, I hold the rail." His joints were not badly damaged, his muscles still strong. What I saw was fear, the memory of several small falls. His nervous system had not let go, so I taught him the root rise. At first he laughed. "Too simple," he said, but I asked him to try each morning while boiling water for tea. 3 days later, he returned smiling. "Doctor, when I walked down the steps today, my legs felt alive again." Over the weeks, his posture changed. He began walking farther, standing taller, and more than his steps, his spirit lifted. "I no longer look down in fear," he told me. "I look forward to see my grandchildren."
Remarkable. What strikes me is that it wasn't a complex routine, but a simple daily practice that restored both confidence and balance.
Healing does not always require great effort. Small, consistent movements, like drops of water shaping stone, reshape both body and mind.
And that gives hope. Many believe their pain or fear is permanent, but your story shows the body can still relearn safety even after 70. Let's give our listeners a clear plan. If you feel stiff, unsteady, or afraid of falling, here's what you can start tonight. Step 1. Practice the root rise. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, near a table if needed. Slowly lift all 5 toes, hold for a breath, then place them down one at a time. Little toe first, big toe last. Repeat 5 or 6 times. Step 2. Pair it with breath. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. This rhythm signals safety to the nervous system. Step 3. Make it part of daily life. Do it while brushing your teeth or waiting for tea. 1 minute in the morning, 1 in the evening is enough to begin. Doctor, what would you add?
Patience. Many expect quick results, but the body is like a garden. It blossoms with steady care. Morning practice awakens the system after rest. Evening practice calms it before sleep. And remember, strength alone is not enough. Move slowly with awareness. It is softness that teaches safety.
So this is less about pushing harder and more about practicing smarter.
Yes. After 60, healing comes through rhythm, not speed. Keep the rhythm, and you may find less pain, more confidence, and freedom to enjoy the world again.
Doctor, thank you for today's conversation. You've reminded us that pain isn't always damage. Sometimes it's the body asking for safety, and with simple, mindful practice, we can give it that safety again.
Thank you, John. In Japan we say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath one's feet. For seniors, those first steps may feel uncertain, but they can also open the path back to freedom.
Beautifully said. To our listeners, start small. Try the root rise tonight. Pair it with your breath. Notice how your body feels, not in months, but tonight.
Yes. Do not wait for perfect timing. Begin gently now. Each repetition tells your body you are safe. And when the body trusts itself, the world widens.
So here's our invitation. Try this for 7 days. 1 minute in the morning, 1 in the evening. Then let us know how it changes your movement and your confidence. Doctor, thank you again for sharing your wisdom.
Thank you, John. And thank you to everyone listening. May your steps be soft, your balance steady, and your spirit light